welcome to the Do It All Dad Year podcast. Jokes Gen X dads understand. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. Controlling our kids a comedy. Can make our kids great again. My 3 fuss-free kids, 90% of the time, are living proof of it. And this is Israel's Love and Feeling. Motown lives. Holla. Thank you very much. I don't know what's more annoying. Jew hater reps in Congress defending Palestinian terrorist attacks on Israel, or the U.S. media's fawning over the marriage between Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. You love your wife's teenish, boyish backside, Dax. We get it. I call my wife soft and generous too if I could get her into another 3-way again 3 kids later after that promised boob job on top that never materialized in my favor. Holla! Thank you very much! And calling Kristen Bell or Dax Shepard hilarious is like calling Alec Rodriguez and J-Lo wadey deep with subtitles for an Ingmar Bergman film retrospective on Telemundo's version of IFC. Holla! Thank you very much! And why is Dax Shepard relapsing? After 18 years of sobriety, national news all of a sudden. You'd think James Taylor took up heroin again in need of more than a friend. Holla! Thank you very much! How pathetic is our current state of celebrities in our country when Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell get seated next to Jay-Z and Beyonce at the Met Gala? I guess the event organizers wanted hip-hop royalty to feel the least overtly threatened by any credible form of discernible, jealous-inducing talent in their midst. I'm surprised Lena Dunham wasn't plopped down next to Beyonce as a party of 5 so Jay-Z's wife could feel less cheated in the looks department with no makeup on compared to the hunchback of Bushwick during restaurant week. Can I get a holla for raising the roof? Long time already. Jokes Gen X dads understand. Millennial Musketeers too. You're welcome. Holla. Thank you very much. Memo to anti-Semitic runt, aka Babyface Omar. It's gonna work it out. Holla. What Gen X dads understand. Thank you very much. If you fire 400 rockets into Israel's backyard, don't expect an edible arrangements gift basket in return with the thank you note written in Farsi. Holla for preaching the gospel a long time. Thank you very much. Would the Jew-hating U.S. media prefer the LGBT community to comment on the colorful firework display of whizzing rockets lighting up the Israeli sky last night instead? A gay right-wing florist in downtown Tel Aviv rants on Medium with loaded, sardonic, over-the-top bite. The end of Ramadan always ushers in such a pretty, sparkling sky. Who needs, don't you think so, my fellow Canadians who don't support Israel? So you're not my fellow Canadians, you're just a bunch of self-hating heebs that live in Canada for a reason? Holla! Thank you very much! But back to my rant on Medium. Who needs a vaccine stamp passport to visit Disneyland now? You can't beat a firework display like this, especially when Liver Spots Biden gives Hamas a cool $200 million to finance such a breathtaking array of sparkly, spewing lights. This is Starry Night recreationist wonder at its finest. Seth Rogen would totally light a joint to this shit, although I still wouldn't fuck him with Rashida Tlaib's dick. Holla, Jeff Ross lives. Thank you very much. And isn't it adorable when Babyface Omar, gonna work it out, describes Israel's right to strike back as an act of terrorism? Personally, I'd call it an innocuous revenge fuck, but that's just me. Also, I've said it once and I've said it again. The war on terror against the Palestinian littered group of Hamas is never ending as long as members of Hamas keep fucking. Holla! Thank you very much! Let's not act as if Israeli forces burned their hashish crops, poisoned their chickpea farms, replaced all the rocks with rubber ball playgrounds from McDonald's, and stripped the broadcast license away from Al Jazeera in a coordinated effort to delegitimize their insidious disinformation campaign about Israel being the one guilty of perpetual aggravated assault over the protracted annals of history. Holla! Thank you very much! Seth Rogen won't work with James Franco again because of sexual assault allegations against Squinty. First, I know a girl who used to bang Franco who claims he has a small penis. So why would a predator force himself on a desperate actress knowing she's not going to feel anything but fake news casting couch distress 2 seconds later? Second, I also heard James Franco is bisexual. So how uncontrollably horny would you get around a D- actress, knowing how gay men in general are a tad less selective and more open to giving anal a shot, especially if James Franco mounting you from behind is the equivalent of Kristen Bell's pinky being jammed up your ass as James Franco sings from behind, "Let it go, let it go, let it go. If I don't take away your anal virginity, Marilyn Manson will." Holla! Thank you very much! I'm beginning to feel like Tony Soprano because of my mom's constant push to get me vaccinated for COVID after I already explained how the non-FDA approved fake news vaccine has already killed 4,000 Americans in the US alone. I'm also not the size of Chaz Bono's belly button ring either. I also look after 3 kids. My mom's in Arizona, as my mother-in-law reclines herself to death in a torn-up lazy boy chair in Greenville, Delaware from '86. So I can't afford to get violently sick from the experimental gene therapy shot or risk becoming paralyzed like Christopher Reeves without those monthly residual checks from Superman 1 through 3 arriving on our doorstep every month either. Also, I'm too busy banging out more sheets of comedy gold for my next killer set loaded comedy record to take 5 million more shots afterwards to fight off the latest strain of COVID from England that will cause me to break out in varicose veins and a constellation of moles from head to toe. Holla! Thank you very much! Last, if Don Lemon pushed his adopted trans son to get an HPV vaccination because he's old enough to buy an Equinox gym membership in Chelsea, in Lower Manhattan, I trust his good intentions behind jamming his COVID vaccination pitch down America's gun-shy throat with such breathless fury. This is the Doodle Daddier podcast, jokes Gen X dads understand. Prove to me how much you love me and buy my books. The Great American Jew novel, available on Amazon for now. Resist This, my pre-election comedy special, 2-hour comedic masterpiece. Doodle Dad Does Jokes, and the original debt book that launched my self-publishing franchise to nowhere, Controlling My Kids, a comedy, a love story. Moving forward, you have Waste of Height, really short stories to look forward to, in addition to the Coachitarian Comedian. I'm going to give literary agents till the end of summer to represent me. And if they can't locate their balls over this 3-month time span, I'm just going to self-publish. And you also have my second comedy record on the horizon to start counting on the days for its release, and that being killerset@gmail.com. Gene Simmons, Kid Rock, I would love the privilege to perform private concerts in your beautiful, well-earned House of Rock chateaus and make you laugh a long time, all the time with material you're never going to hear on Kimmel or on Comedy Central, whichever Noah, because they are all sellout hacks, and I'm the exact opposite. And this comedic train is bound for glory. And I'll talk to you guys soon.